Extension 4.3 covers areas of composite figures. In your spiral or binder under vocabulary for chapter 4, please add composite figure. A composite figure is made up of triangles, squares, rectangles, and other two-dimensional figures. And here are two examples. You have the area of a triangle and a rectangle. Together will give you the orange shapes area. In the green, you have a trapezoid and a square, and that'll give you the area of the green figure. In example 1 of the composite lesson, you will notice that we are working with that purple figure in there, so I want you to take a minute and read through everything. Please keep in mind is the fact that there is more than one way to split this into different shapes. They're giving you one, but if you wanted to work with other shapes, perhaps a rectangle that went all the way down, and then the small triangles on the side, flipping those even, making them into a square, however you want to do it, is how your formula should be written out. So you may have more than one formula, obviously you will, and you need to list them accordingly. So read through this, and then I'm going to have you come back for more. Now you can watch the video to the right of this screen. You should be able to go right into it, and then come back for the next lesson. In example 2, we're going to look at a real-life situation, and it says find the area of the fairway between two streams on a golf course. So there are several ways to separate the fairway into figures whose areas you can find using formulas. It appears that one way is to separate it into a right triangle and a rectangle. So many times you have to take a drawing like this, or a picture I should say, and reshape it on your own, draw it to the best of your ability, label it just as the numbers are given to you, and then work with how you're going to separate this out. This also could be a trapezoid if you went this way, and a square, or I should say a rectangle, rectangle. You could do that. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. In this case, we're going to look at what they did. They did a triangle and they did a rectangle. Keep in mind when you're doing a triangle, from the base to the top vertex is your height. So you have the area of the rectangle. They wrote down the formula, inserted the variables, and came up with an answer. Then they have the area of a right triangle. Wrote the formula, inserted the variables. Sorry about that, I had to pause for a second. So we're going to go back to the area of the right triangle. The formula, and then it's written out with the variables, and you have your answer. Then you need to add them both together to get your square yards. Couple things. Whenever you have composite figures, you're going to have different shapes, so you have to add those together. Also, you're going to have different formulas, so you need to split it up step by step. All right? You need to split it up so I can see your formula and insert your variables. Please continue with the practice on page 173, and then check your answers. And that's the end.